Alana Prince says, I'm in tears. Kinsky has been here for less than a year and has single-handedly knocked us out of 2 competitions. I dare anyone to try and hype up this hologram again.
Single-handedly, yeah, I mean, yesterday it's hard not to be very critical of him, I think, for that, especially that second goal. What competition are you talking about? The Villa game?
Yeah, FA Cup last year.
Yeah, that was also an absolute howler, wasn't it? Absolute howler. So we've always said that's something, he's got. What's interesting about the second one, though, is that's not something I've seen a problem with him since he's come to Tottenham, is that coming for crosses and things like that. He's actually looked quite good at that. And even yesterday, I thought he looked quite good at that. But he just got that all wrong yesterday.
Should we have started Vicario yesterday?
Well, he apparently couldn't because he had an injury problem.
Oh, I see. Yeah. Oh, you're right. So we had to. Bench, should we have started Brandon Austin yesterday?
Maybe, but I wanted to see Kinsky have a go, and I think we saw what Kinsky is all about. Like, he had some really good distribution. I thought his kicking was actually really good. I was actually really impressed with that. But unfortunately, if you're going to make those mistakes, you're not going to get any game time.
Yeah. Regista just gives us a few laughing emojis. There's Joe Linton trying
look how he chops him there, Joe. That could have been a red.
I tell you what, though, Joe Linton gets away with murder week in, week out in the Premier League. I don't know how he gets away with it. Like, literally, I've seen him do some disgusting challenges and just get nothing for it.
Always against Tottenham last year, he should have been sent off, remember?
Yeah, multiple times against Arsenal, I've seen it.
It's ridiculous. Why do the referees not, take notice of this guy? So frustrating, especially when you're an opposition fan. And then Kudus ends up getting booked for it somehow.
Yeah.
And how is that situation? Kudus got the same punishment as Joe Linton. It's crazy.
Madness. I thought Kudus was going to lose the plot at one stage yesterday, though. Look
at that challenge. I mean, it's a horrible challenge.
Yeah.
It really is. Look at that. He kind of scissors him. It's horrible.
Madness. Absolute madness. Manx Pie says Joe Linton realising it's Tottenham and no VAR.
That's literally how it felt. And we had him with VAR. Honestly, he just doesn't give a crap, Joe Linton.
Mr. Black saying, this result isn't particularly important. It's the Mickey Mouse Cup, but generally speaking, this is the least engaged I've been with Tottenham in an extremely long time. Absolutely nothing about this team excites me. The football's bland, and whenever we do play well, we get 10+ injuries. There isn't an ounce of individual quality in the way we had with Kane and Son, which could inspire a game and will give us belief. Even the shit players that kept things mildly amusing in bad times, like Emerson and Brian Hill, are gone. Really, really struggling to care at this moment. It's incredibly dull. But then he does say, I would like to add, if we beat Chelsea at home on Saturday, I'll be instantly sucked back in and fully COYS for the rest of the title charge. I mean...
Is that not an extremely pessimistic way of viewing our current situation?
That is like speaking of a guy... who is just saying, he's saying he doesn't care because it's the Carabao Cup, but he clearly cares because he's writing this tweet at the final whistle.
Do you agree with anything he's saying there?
Not really. I mean, I don't agree with him saying it isn't particularly important because I do think it's important. I think it's a trophy we could have realistically won. To say that nothing about this team excites him, I mean... when you're looking at our forward options, it's hard to disagree, but I think there is a lot of things in this team that excites me. I think it depends what you look for in football and it is excitement. If you're just looking at the attacking players to get bums off seats and all that kind of stuff, then yeah, I can see where he's coming from. But I think we're building a decent side here. So that's what excites me.
Isn't that the most exciting thing of a team is the attacking players?
Yeah, of course, but it's not the only thing.
No, but that's what's exciting about football. Usually, is dribbles and goals and things like that.
Mm-hmm. But also winning.
Yeah, winning's great, and winning's also exciting. I agree, but that when you talk about when you think nostalgically of all Ginola, you think of him. You don't think of Justin Edinburgh. I mean, R.I.P. But you don't think of.
Why would you go from Ginola to Justin Edinburgh and not like
defender
Ginola to Jan Vertonghen?
Huh? Jan Vertonghen. I'm talking about just what excites you. Yeah, Jan Vertonghen was a good defender, but does he excite you more than thinking about Dele Alli? Or
Not
Eriksen.
more, but he still excites me.
Yeah, but I'm saying those are the players we enjoy thinking about and watching. You don't watch you very rarely go back and watch a compilation of a defender.
Just because attacking players excite you more, don't get me wrong, I agree with what you're saying, you know. When you're thinking about exciting football, you're thinking about, you know, attacking football. But just because we don't have the attacking players right now, does that mean that nothing in this team excites you? No, it doesn't. I think there's still a bit to be excited about in this team.
Can we not? Is there no world where these attacking players start clicking?
Of course, but we can't get excited about them until they do.
That's fair.
So that's the reality. That none of them have really clicked. How many goal contributions have we got across our whole front line? Not many. They need to step up massively. That's the reality. What else is the thing that made me laugh the most in this tweet is that even the shit players that kept things mildly abusing in bad times, like Emerson and Brian Hill, are gone.
Richarlison doesn't keep things amusing.
No, he keeps things frustrating, man.
I see. So we'd rather have a no-look pass out of play than what Richarlison's serving up.
Then getting close to looking like he's going to score and then not score. Yeah,
what was amusing about Brian Hill?
I don't know. I don't know, to be honest. Maybe he looked. That was nothing amusing about Brian Hill. We never saw him.
Yeah, literally. I don't know how. Yeah, I don't know what was amusing about him. What about that? No individual quality. There's not an ounce of individual quality in this team.
If you're talking about the forward players, I would say the only bit of individual quality that we've seen is from Kudus.
So there is an ounce.
An ounce, yeah.
There's an ounce.
How many ounces do we need
I don't know,
to make a good team?
Yeah, I just think that everyone's... Look, at the end of the day, I know we're in November now. We're getting close to November. But it's still so early on. Like, give Frank time to work with these attackers. And he's supposed to be a player who a manager who can improve these attacking players. So I don't see why he can't work with what he's got at the moment, like, and improve them. I'm not saying he's doing a bad job not improving them. I'm just saying he hasn't had enough time with them. I think. Yeah. And they haven't had enough time together. Like, Moani has started one game and he only played 60 minutes. We haven't seen Solanke yet. Kudus is still new to the team. Javi is still new to the team. Like, we've got to give it a bit of time.
Yeah. We've got no option but to.
Yeah, but I think people writing, like, he's basically written all these attackers off already. I'm just saying, just give it a bit more time, more than 9 games.
Yeah, I don't. I think it's just born out of frustration after, you know, what we've seen from these attacking players so far this season. You know, if they suddenly start to click and Frank gets his message across to them and they start doing well, then everyone's going to be behind them again.
I understand, but I think a lot of it as well is we've had a lot of struggles in how we've, you know, that's why Frank's had to tweak it, because we've had a lot of struggles in how we've building up and getting the play them in the right positions. I think last couple of games that's been better, and I know even yesterday they missed chances, but that's the, like, only the second game we've seen with these tweaks. So let's just give it a bit more time.
Yeah, but like I said, like, there's just no option but to give it time. So
obviously there's no option, but I'm saying he's like written them off. I'm saying let's just not write them off just yet.
Yeah. Spurs Army says the 2 that tried to run away, and I think Tell was the one who did. What's this all about?
So you go scroll down one more tweet.
So Spurs Army says, whoever just legged it straight down the tunnel should never wear a Spurs shirt again, and the fact that 2 other players tried it also is embarrassing. 5,000 fans come to support you in Newcastle on a Wednesday night. The least you could do is try and clap us. Vile. Who was it?
So he's claiming, looks like Jed Spence and maybe Moani, maybe. Trying to go down the tunnel. I think he said Spence Tell already went down the tunnel after the game. Maybe they're disappointed with the loss. You know, obviously you should always go over to the fans and clap them, especially on a Wednesday night. You know, there's a lot of trouble, but maybe he's a bit going over the top, saying they should never wear the shirt again. That's a bit much, but.
Yeah, I
it's
mean,
not great though. It's not a great look.
If Tell is one of them, I mean, Tell was one of the only ones to front up to the fans last season out of the whole squad. So
talk to the fans.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, look, it's not great when players don't come and show their appreciation to the fans. It's also very hard to show your appreciation to the fans at St James's Park.
Yeah, it's also true.
You're like a million miles away. But yeah, you never like to see it, and players should always go over and clap, but Some players just get very frustrated at the final whistle after a poor performance.
But never wear the shirt again.
Nah, that's rubbish.
Bit much.
Rubbish.
You can be annoyed and pissed, but never wear the shirt again. It's just, all right, let's calm down a bit.
Yeah.
He scores a goal, you're going to be back on his side again next game.
I learned my lesson after these sweeping statements after my Romero statements last season. Spurs Army says, Vicario, I owe you an apology. And I think a lot of people are scrambling to give Vicario an apology after the last 2 games he served up and Kinsky yesterday.
Look, you got to say, Vicario has been absolutely amazing the last 2 games. And yeah, Kinsky, look at this, just nowhere near it. He's nowhere near the ball. I mean, he's like, if he would have punched it, look how low like he would have punched it. He's not even high off the ground. Like, you're a goalkeeper. How have you timed it so wrong?
Yeah.
Like, Voltmade is not even that much off the ground.
I know.
It's ridiculous.
To be fair, Voltmade are not that much off the ground.
But
It's still bloody big.
Still, he's a goalkeeper. You can use your hands.
Yeah, I know.
It's like, and yeah, obviously Danso's also in his way. I'm not saying it's Danso's fault. I'm saying you've got Danso also to. That's probably why he didn't get.
It's just a rush of blood, wasn't it?
Yeah,
just a rush
terrible.
of blood. Solana Prince says, no working man should have to spend their free time watching Richarlison and Johnson. Honestly, clubs should be fined for subjecting fans to this garbage.
So the club should be fined every time they field Richarlison and Johnson in the starting 11.
Yeah, look, as much as I like them too, and Johnson's forever going to be a legend for the cup win, and I do feel like with the gaps, with the quality that we need in the forward line and on the wings, I feel like them two are probably the first of the fall guys.
I said before the season, if Wisak and I'd consider selling Johnson, because I just think he was such a beneficiary of how we played, and he's not getting in those positions anymore, is he? Those tap-in positions. I don't know. Obviously, we don't know if we play to it like we were so much last season. So I think if we're not going to get him in those positions regularly, then that's obviously a big problem.
Yeah. Next up is Kevin A saying, if Richarlison was a dog, this is what he'd be doing.
Brilliant. That kind of reminded me of Rishi yesterday. Just missing it every time, not reading the flight correctly at all.
So frustrating. RO Sports Memorabilia says Bruno Guimaraes seemed happy to give the referee a clap for his defending.
Yeah, that really pissed me off. They were just smiling and laughing about it, like, so.
Even the ref was smiling and laughing about it.
Like, oh, I just stopped the counter. Sorry. I'm like, fuck you. Oh, like Bruno clapping him, like, good defending, ref. Well done.
Yeah.
God, so frustrating.
THFC, what a run from Kolo Muani. So this is the run we were talking about before. But you see what I mean, yeah? If he gets past Joe Linton here.
I mean, he could have been running straight into Sharp, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but look, he gets past Joe Linton here. If he keeps running, and who's that player over here? He makes that run on the outside. You know, it could be in and goal there.
Yeah, potentially. Look, I'm not saying it wasn't
a really good opening.
Yeah, I wasn't saying it wasn't a promising attack. I don't know if it stopped Moani scoring a worldie, is my point.
It could have stopped us scoring a goal, though.
Yeah, potentially. Yeah, I agree with that. It stopped us with a really promising attack.
One of our most promising attacks of the whole game.
Yeah.
Harry Scarf says, for those that may be interested... Oh, okay. I think that's it. Big up Harry Scarf, though. But yeah, that is it from us today. That is how the internet reacted.